Hello, everyone. My name is Sampath Ranasinghe, and I'm the product manager for Group Geo. And welcome to the 15.6 Outlook for the group. So let's get started. We'll start with our journey that we've been on for a number of milestones, which is moving existing data types into the self-service framework. The self-service framework was developed to make it easier for new data types to be added to the replication and verification processes of Geo. It enables and empowers other developers within the GitLab team and from the community to add new data types easily into the Geo platform. We've already moved a number of data types, existing data types, to the self-service framework, and we're working through moving the last two remaining data types, which are projects and wikis and designs. And in this current milestone, we will continue working on moving projects and wikis into the self-service framework. This is broken down into a number of tasks to make it easy to tackle, and also we can distribute the work amongst the team. The next item for us to tackle is fixing the timeouts when pushing via SSH to a secondary site. Currently, there is a 60-second timeout on the proxy push request from a secondary to a primary site. For large push requests, we've seen that this is insufficient and results in the SSH push failing or thus timing out. So this solution will likely require a fairly heavy architectural change to how we proxy a request from the secondary site to the primary site, and thus require a fairly significant effort for us to tackle. The ultimate goal is to remove all restrictions and sizes and the size of the proxied requests that go from a secondary site to the primary. Next up, we have some compliance-related tasks, namely documenting our GeoREST API in OpenAPI v2. This should be a fairly easy lift, but it does allow us to meet our compliance requirements here. Then we come to an interesting data type, which is the dependency proxy. The dependency proxy, which we will be looking to add net new into the self-service framework, caches upstream images. This reduces the number of pull requests that are made to Docker Hub as a result. Essentially, it acts as a pull-through cache. A Docker Hub limits the number of pull requests per month. If the dependency proxy were not to be replicated, the number of pull requests to Docker Hub can potentially rapidly exhaust the limits after a failover to a secondary site, and thus limiting the operational capabilities of the organization after a failover. So we want to replicate the data within the dependency proxy to secondary sites, thus allowing that cache to be leveraged after a failover. And getting our customers moving immediately after that failover. And lastly, when it comes to specific feature development, we will be looking to deprecate node in favor of site. This is essentially a realignment of a terminology. We've gone through realigning the terminology within our documentation to match that of the new terms defined in the GeoTerms glossary. So in this case, the term node now denoting a single server, and site being a collection of one or more nodes running a single GitLab application. So in this milestone, we'll be updating the labels for values in GitLab.rb file and the API endpoints for Geo to these terms. Next, we'll be working through our category maturity scorecard exercise for promoting geo to category maturity level complete. We've performed a number of interviews with customers already this month, and we hope to conclude this exercise in this milestone. And we are optimistic we'll be able to promote the geo replication to category maturity level complete. And then lastly, we have a number of bugs we'd like to tackle in this milestone, which are listed here. And that concludes the outlook for 15.6 for the group, for Group Geo. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.